Hey everybody, it is Janet Metzger of the Network Marketer's Den. You know, I've been in this business a long time, and you've heard me say it before, and it is absolutely true. The more things change, the more they stay the same. And today we're going to talk about objections. It's so crazy that it's the same objections with a little bit of a twist from way back in the day when I started. And it hasn't changed. It just hasn't changed. So we're going to talk about how you can overcome objections, how sometimes you don't have to overcome the objections, and what you can do. It's not a roadblock. That's what I want you to know right off the bat. It is not a roadblock. So here's the thing about objections. It doesn't matter what company you are. Quite honestly, it doesn't matter what business you are in, even if it's not in network marketing. You're going to run into objections. And for the most part, they are the same objections. So you have to know this right from the very beginning. And this is a mindset thing. Don't be freaked out when somebody says no. Okay, or they give you an objection. You got to know that they're going to happen. And unless you think that objections are a bad thing, they're really not a bad thing. They're a good thing because it's an opportunity for you to keep that conversation going. So an objection is a really good thing. It's when they don't object that you got to be a little bit worried, right? So I really believe, I always have, and it is true that an objection really is, I need a little bit more information. I need to be a little bit more convinced. I need you to listen to me a little bit more. I want you to convince me that I can be a good team member. Maybe they just don't have the belief in themselves. They want to try a product, but they've been burned. They want to purchase, but they're not confident enough. Quite frankly, oftentimes when people are giving you an objection, they're just a little scared. They don't know what to expect. So you've got a great opportunity to help reduce people's anxiety about joining your team, about trying your product. But you just have to know right off the bat, not everybody's going to say yes. And well, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But quite frankly, you don't want everybody to say yes. So here is, if you hear nothing else about this podcast, this is what I want you to remember. This is not about you winning an argument. Too often I have seen distributors in quite frankly, in any business, try to win an argument. You know, somebody will say, well, it's not a good product. Well, yes, it is a good product. And it's ping pong back and forth. No. This is not an argument because, you know, unless you like to argue, it's not a good place to go. So the thing that you want to remember is that if you are arguing with your potential new distributor or potential customer, you're just playing right into their hand. And quite frankly, nobody wins in this case. So don't argue. You want to agree. Just agree with them. So a perfect example is if somebody says, well, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm just going to say, I get it. I was in that same position too. And that's where you can get into the feel, felt, found method. I felt the same way, but don't argue with them. I just can't stress that enough. So for example, it would come into play about the price of products. You can say, somebody says, well, I think your products are really expensive. I agree. Our products do seem expensive at first. At first glance, they really are. But remember what your mother told you? You kind of do get what you pay for. I love what Big Al Schreider says. He said, well, you're right. Our products are expensive. We could make them less expensive, but we just thought you wanted really good products. So too often, what will happen is a distributor will go down the route of, well, you could get your products at a discount if you became a distributor. Boy, I'll tell you what, that to me is one of the worst things that you can do. If you are proud out loud about your product, you don't have to be offering discounts, because what's going to happen is if they become a distributor just to get their own products at a discount, how long do you think that's going to last? You've got to help them to make money. So if they want to get a discount, you can say, you know what? I agree. Our products are expensive at first glance, and you might not have a big amount of cash to outlay, but I can show you how you can actually earn your products. Okay, so agree with them that the products are expensive. You know, there's nothing wrong with having products that are more expensive than, you know, you're not getting this stuff at the dollar store, right? You've got great quality products. So agree, just agree with people. So there are some common objections. And like I said, these have been around forever. So here's the number one. I hear this one all the time. You've heard it. You've probably said it. I am so busy. Yes, you are busy. My goodness, you're working a full-time job. You got kids doing this. You're going here, you're going there. You are really, really busy. And quite frankly, that's why I wanted to talk to you, because I thought, well, this would be a great way for you to earn additional cash and do it in as little as 15 minutes a day. Would that be something you'd be interested in? But again, when they say they're busy, I agree. Okay. And you know what I love about this business? When you are as busy as you are, you can do the business alongside everything else. Now, in my program, and you'll see it in the show notes, you can actually take a course, a free course that talks about how to do your business in 15 minutes a day. So it's out there, but just agree with them. Yeah, you are busy. You know, everybody's busy. We're doing 14 different things at the same time. So this is a great way to earn money alongside everything else that you're doing. So agree. Another objection, continue to hear it. I can't afford to join. Man, I understand. You know, money is really tight for everybody with inflation, with, of course, the price of gas right now. And so I totally get it. But what's so great about this business is that you can make just a small investment right up front, and you don't have to drive to a second job to earn money. And I'll show you how you can start earning money and recoup that investment right away. It doesn't have to take a lot of money for you to get started. Okay. It quite honestly just takes a little bit of sweat equity. And if you're willing to invest some time rather than a lot of money, I can help you to earn that additional money. I don't know if you know this, but in today's day and age, that I read something online last week that it costs about $450 more per month for the average family to maintain the same lifestyle that they did just a year ago. So I could show you how you could have the same lifestyle and not put a lot of time and money into it. Would you like to learn more? Okay. But I agree. Yeah. You know what? It does cost a lot of money. But see, what they don't know is they think that it costs a lot of money. They don't know how much it costs. So this is where you don't have to, be selling them the top of the line kit. So another one that I hear, you don't hear this one a lot, but especially if you're a newer distributor or newer to your company. So how long have you been doing this? Well, I am fairly new. So I can understand why you might have some concerns, But you might be wondering, why would I want to join and work alongside somebody who's brand new to the business? See, what I did there was I answered the objection before it even came out. Why would I want to work with you? Well, yeah, you're right. I am new. I thought the same thing, but we have an incredible support team. We've got an upline, and I think what's so cool is we could learn this business together and we could support one another. So between the help of the company and the leadership team and us partnering together, we can kind of keep holding each other up. So yeah, I am new, but you know what? We've all been new at something, and we managed to be successful. And I know we can do that together. Oh, here's another one. How much money have you made in this business? Again, you know what? That's a really good question. But I have to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really feel very comfortable answering it. It's kind of like your coworker. You would never ask them how much money they make. It's just kind of, I hate to say it this way, a little bit of nobody's business, but you can't just come right out and say that. But I'll say, I know you wouldn't ask a coworker, but I can, and I'm like your coworker, but I can tell you this. I haven't earned all the money yet. And the reason is because it's a residual income. I keep getting paid over and over. My company has a subscription program, and I sell it once and I get paid over and over, or I've got a residual income, whatever it is. But I haven't earned all my money yet because I do get paid over and over. I can tell you that the longer I am in this business, the more money I am earning each and every pay period. So it's kind of building up for me. Also, it's not just what I'm earning, it's what I'm not spending. My expenses are so low because I'm not driving everywhere that I'm actually putting more money into my pocket and right into my bank account that I do with my full-time job when I look at it from a per hour standpoint. So I haven't earned all my money yet, and it's building, but I am so excited because I'm not spending a lot of money to earn that money. Okay, so you gotta answer that one. It's kind of like you're walking that fine line, but I mean, you never ask anybody how much money they make that you work with. Okay. Oh, here's one that I hear actually quite often. You may or may not have heard this, but I hear this one a lot, especially if you work with a bigger company, not a brand new one, but a bigger company, but you'll hear it anyway. I just don't like to support those big corporations. You know what? I agree with you. I like to buy locally. I like to support locally, but I would tell you this. There's nobody more local than your local distributor, than your neighbor. You are supporting small business. So it's not big corporate, you're supporting your own small business. The beauty of this business is that you've got all the benefits of a franchise without all the expenses, without having to pay that ongoing fee. So you are truly a small business owner. So if somebody ever says they don't want to buy from big corporate, you're not. You're the little person, right? You are their neighbor. So you are a small business owner. How about this one? I can't sell. I don't like to sell. You know what? I can't either. And I don't like to sell, and I don't like to be sold. So I get exactly what you're saying. You know what? We are not in the business of selling to people. The business I am in is I'm in the business of helping people to solve their problem. So my company works with XYZ. My company, the products that we offer are designed to help people with stiffness and soreness. Let's say you're working with CBD. So what I really do is I offer them a solution to their problem. I don't try to talk anybody into anything. My job is to offer. As a distributor, your job is to offer. Their job is to decide and give them some alternatives. I'm not going to talk anybody into anything. It's just like with you. If you want to join my business, great. If you want to be one of my customers, great. If not, I just want you to know that something is out there. So we're going to leave this with you feeling good about our relationship. Okay, but no, I don't want to sell either. And here's the biggie. Oh, you've heard it a million times. Well, I'm not going to join one of those pyramid schemes. You know, I've heard people say that before, and I agree with you, but what is a pyramid scheme exactly? You know what you're going to get when you ask that question? Radio silence. They have no idea what it is. What is a pyramid? When you put them on the spot and ask them to answer, it's just what they've heard, and they want to come across like they're very intelligent and they know what they're talking about. They're not going to be able to answer it. But you can say this. Oh, you know, I don't know a lot about it. I do know, though, that pyramid schemes are illegal. And I think you know me well enough to know that I would never do anything that's illegal. And I sure as heck wouldn't ask an offer to anybody that I know, like yourself, to do something illegal. So no, it's not. It's a very, very regulated industry, and it's top notch. So, but no, I'd never do anything illegal. Know this. Sometimes people just say no, and that is okay. When they say no, I am not at all interested. Well, thank you. I appreciate you being honest with me and open with me. Just accept the no. You know, if anything ever changes down the road, you know, let me know. Or maybe you know somebody. But hey, I'm cool with that. I'm really cool with that. Sometimes they say no, and they're just not super adamant about it. No, I really don't think I want to do that. You know, they're kind of wishy-washy, for lack of a better way of putting it. So that's okay. That is where they're really looking for more information, but they haven't told you much. So they're objecting, but you don't know to what. So a soft way of doing it is saying, I get it, you know, but I am curious. If you could, can you just tell me what your concerns are? I'm curious, what are your concerns? Most of the time, when someone says, well, you know, I really don't want to have any inventory, okay? And you've never talked anything about inventory, but maybe they've heard that with other companies or whatever, or they've said, I don't want to have to do home parties, or whatever their objection is. If you don't know what it is, how the heck can you overcome it or answer it? And I want to eliminate that word overcome. How can I answer that objection to give them more information? So sometimes you just have to ask, what are your concerns? And as I said, not everybody is going to be a yes. You don't want everybody to be a yes. If you've got somebody that wants you to argue with them and overcome and talks about, you know, it's a pyramid scheme, I'm not going to do anything like that, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Move on. Move on. That is okay. Sometimes it just means no. Sometimes it also means not now. So that's why it is so, so important to leave that person with the impression of increase. Have them learn something after your conversation. Have them know that if they need anything, you are there to support, because things do change. Circumstances do change. Maybe they want to do something. Maybe it's 6, 8, 9 months, a year down the road. So leave people feeling good about you, about your business, about the industry, and you're always going to win. So take a peek in our show notes, you're going to find information about the GATE method. And I'm happy to talk about some different things that you can do. I'll do a discovery call with you. But for sure, you got to check out that how to grow your business in 15 minutes a day. Because yes, it can be done. I've got students that'll tell you they do it all of the time, and it's about being boringly consistent. So this is Janet Metzger of the Network Marketer's Den, and here's to you achieving all your goals and dreams, because when you decide to do it, you can do anything that you choose to do. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in the next episode.